Coolant overflow or radiator overflow for your classic Camaro. Let's talk about what I'm doing and take a look at where we're going to install it for a nice clean look. What's going on, guys? Matt over here with Lethal Garage. Thanks for checking out the channel and this video. If you guys are interested in more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you stopping by. Today we're going to be checking out coolant reservoir overflows. Now, I have a 1971 Camaro that I have slowly been working on, as probably many of you have. And with the radiator, there's always an overflow. And first and foremost, I'm not the most enthused with how my engine bay has turned out. There's just a lot of clutter and mess. The AC system, I wish we could like flip it. I know there's fittings and stuff. I'm probably going to end up redoing a lot of the routing on that so it looks a lot cleaner, but it is what it is for right now. But in this instance, we were able to get the coil packs moved. We're able to get a bunch of stuff moved to kind of hide it and tuck it away and let the motor just be the thing that pops out, kind of like the diamond in the rough. But in this instance, I was like, what am I going to do for an overflow? And I apologize because I went on Facebook and I kind of put a call to action, and this was like a year ago, probably longer. And I can't find the post where the gentleman kind of highlighted some of the parts that I ended up using, but I'm going to show them to you here. And to that gentleman, whoever you are, thank you for kind of leading me in the way. But yeah, a lot of people end up doing coolant overflow tanks that sit in here, and I'm not a fan of all the stuff in here. That's why I moved my battery to the trunk. I didn't want to do an overflow out over here, and this is just a regular outlet, and I'm like, well, where can I run it, and make it make sense? And the kit that I got is actually going to allow me, I can either mount it down here onto the core support, or I was even thinking of just an easier way to mount it down in here, because there's already a hole in the center of this cross support, and I don't think it will be a bad thing. I mean, I don't think it's going to restrict that much airflow. I already have this big old thing for the AC unit that's restricting a little bit of airflow into the condenser. What's one more unit? And my only concern is, can you see it? And I don't think you're really going to notice it right there. If I put it to where it's on this side of that support, I think it's going to just blend right in with the split nose of the front and look clean. And you say, well, how are you going to run the line? Well, let me show you. I went on Amazon and found this little guy, basically from a directive from that gentleman on Facebook. He had used a very similar setup, and it's a straightforward overflow. It does have a small breather in the cap, so you can plug it in. It comes with a nice braided line. I think this thing was under 30 bucks. So I don't think it's billet aluminum. It could be. I didn't really look at it that closely. It looks like it's an extruded piece, so you can kind of see some junk in there. It's not the best, but the lid's nice and heavy duty. This definitely is aluminum. Maybe this is aluminum. Extruded aluminum. It kind of looks like it could be. The welds are nice. The coating is super nice on this overall. I really like the way it turned out. It's black, so it's gonna just fade away in that front where you're not really gonna notice that it's even there. And the benefit is the tubing is actually really nice. Look, they even taped the ends so it doesn't fray. I'll probably end up putting hose clamps on there anyways. But the downside of this kit is it comes with this little hardware pack. And this hardware pack is kind of terrible. It's gonna scratch the living heck out of this setup. So I was like, well, there has to be something better on the internet for that. And that's where these came in. So these are nice, powder coated. Again, feels like it could be aluminum. It's actually pretty heavy. It might even be steel, but comes with nice stainless steel hardware. It doesn't come with a bolt here. I only had a grade 8 bolt. I'll probably replace this with stainless steel as well. But the nice thing is on the inside, there's a rubber like gasket, so you're not going to scratch the heck out of your overflow. Again, I know this is going to be in a position where you're not going to see it, but I just like the idea of something I spent money on staying nice. So maybe down the road, if I wanted to get rid of it, I can pass it on to someone else and it still look nice and not look like some scratched up used piece of junk. This kit actually came with 2 of them, but I believe I won't need 2. This will slide right on over. Sorry. Should have Should have not put the bolts in, but you can kind of see it will sit right on there, right in the middle, and it will be nice and stable once you tighten that up. So I won't need both of these just because this isn't that long. So fast forward a little bit, I kind of had to figure out how I was going to run the line. I was basically, the braided hose line that comes with this will not reach for the placement that I showed you. I'm keeping the placement that I showed you because I think it's going to look clean and you don't even see it, like hardly. Like I'll show you, I'll mount it up and I'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, the line's not long enough, so I'm gonna install it with making the line long enough, because I'm just gonna run the line underneath the radiator and the core support. I'm not gonna do that long term. It looks terrible, so I'm gonna run it around the core support and to the right length. I'm actually just gonna find the best way to run it so it looks super clean. I need a longer hose, but I wanna complete this video for you guys today. So I had to use a step bit because the hole in that center support is really tiny. So I made it a lot bigger. You know, could make it just a 1/4 inch. You can use like a 1/4 20 bolt. I think mine's a 3/8 inch bolt that I had. So I'm gonna have to replace it with a stainless steel. Right now it's just a grade 8 bolt, but yeah, let's just go over there and get it mounted up. I used basically just a step bit down to get it to the right size for my bolt. Again, depending what size bolt you want to use the correct step bit. But you can see it, it's in there and you can barely see it. I might end up getting black bolts because those stainless bolts now are kind of standing out, but I can get black stainless. We'll see what's available and I can find, but you can see in through the grill, you can't really see it all that much. It's really not that bad of a thing. Now, getting down in here, you can see it right in here. Let me see if I can get the camera down in here. So you can see it's mounted. It's, even with the one bolt in the fastener, it's going nowhere. I used a lock washer on the backside, so it's mounted in place. I made sure to spin the actual overflow so I can plug the cable in, actually the hose line in. Let me grab the hose line and show you what that looks like. But I have to get a longer line. This is not the way I'm routing the braided line, but I'm doing it for this video just so it can be connected and you can see it. So I have it connected up here. I don't like these kind of fittings. I'll probably end up getting a Gates heat fitting. Looks so much cleaner. So not all the way on there, but you can definitely see the line kind of looping around to get there. Sorry, got my horn line in the way. But there you go, radiator overflow. Again, I'm not routing the braided line this way for final. I need to get a longer line. Unfortunately, no one in town has a longer line, so I'm gonna have to order it online. But it's a pretty straightforward radiator overflow. It's kind of hidden. Again, from the front of the vehicle, you don't see it. Yeah, it's gonna catch some bug guts, but I'd rather bug guts hit that than the condenser and whatnot, but I know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? And if you can, I'd even love to see, you know, you can post, I think you can post links down below in the comments, but if you have pictures or you know how to link to pictures of how you ended up doing yours, post them down below, post links, or hit me up on Instagram at lethal_Camaro. I'd love to see how you did yours, but I'll post these products down below. Keep in mind, I'm gonna link to Amazon. I'm an Amazon associate, so if you do end up buying or checking out products or even clicking the links down below and going to Amazon, I do get credit for it and, you know, get a couple bucks back in my pocket. Either or. Hopefully this video was helpful, and thanks for watching. Again, hit that subscribe button for more content, more conversation pieces, live streams, all that stuff here on Lethal Garage around the 71. We have a 70 project that we're firing up. If you didn't see the 350 video where we tore that down, so like one of the first videos outside of picking up the car. And then I got my 6th gen drag car, which you'll also see videos on. So that's it. That's all I got. Till next time, guys. See you on the road.